Hi there, thanks for tuning in. It's Elvira's here, helping you connect the dots between mind and body. I want to talk to you a little bit about arthritis, one of the diseases that really can cripple you. It's a bad disease, and I like to go back how it was, how it came about. What is the root cause? What can be the root cause for you, for me? And I have looked into that severely. Excuse me. And, you know, arthritis, as you know, as so many other diseases, is inflammation. And this is inflammation of the joint. And nowadays we call it the classical rheumatoid arthritis. There are other forms of arthritis, but I'm just going to stick with this one. This is the first episode about arthritis. It's also the most extensive form of it. And it's a stiffness in the muscles, it's a pain in the joint, it's an inflammation in the body, and it can express itself in various parts of the bodies. In some places, yes, in some places, no. Some people have it in their knees, some people have it in their hands, some people have it in the spine and the hips. It's different for everybody, and that is because it's related back to, you know, what you have been doing most of your life, how you were raised. And that doesn't mean that you have to criticize or blame your parents. They never know what you pick up from their education. So arthritis is linked to, in the metaphysical world, that's what I'm talking about, the metaphysical world is linked to criticism, sorrow, sadness, and anger. Many people carry a lot of anger in their body. That is an unexpressed emotion. Unexpressed emotions, it's just like trying to hold a beach ball, in the pool or in the beach underwater. How long can you do that? Unexpressed emotions, they need to be expressed. I forgot now who it says as a doctor. He says the pain that cannot be expressed in tears has to be expressed in another part in the body. I will get that quote. I have it on my desk actually. So usually arthritis is associated with inflexibility and hardening of the mindset, rigidity of the thoughts, not expressed emotional pain. You see, emotions bubble up and they need to be expressed. That's why emotions are energy in motion. And if you ignore them, if you put them in a straitjacket, they will find a way somehow at some point in time. And it's, the medical world told me that arthritis usually starts already when you're in your late teenage years, when you're like 16, 17, 18. And I go like, if I had known then what I know now, because I also have arthritis. So but it's manageable. It's manageable. The characteristics of a person who has arthritis are inflexible, too demanding, obstinate, intolerant, critical, very critical, not only of others, but more even of themselves. Restricted. They feel restricted by the system they live in, society. They have a really problem with authority because the authority, is violating their freedom. They tell them exactly what they can and they cannot do, and that's just not jazzing with somebody. It's bubbling up. It's creating an emotion that is not expressed and that is probably not accepted by when you're growing up by a parent. I mean, if your parents are restricting you, you rebel. Some people rebel and they just walk out the door. At a moment when they're 16, they go like goodbye. But others who don't do that for various reasons still have that energy, that rebelling energy within them. It, and it's never released, and it has to be released. You know, you are energy in motion. You are, that's what all you are, vibration, emotion. Um, Arthritis comes also from the way you treat yourself. Are you kind to yourself? Are you loving yourself? So very important. If you don't love yourself, and that's not easy, because you know what, most of us, and me neither, we are never taught to love ourselves, and that's what something that is horribly lacking in the raising of a child. To teach a child to love itself, it's just like, it wasn't done. So here's the good thing. You can learn to love yourself, and it's a process, and it's easy, but you can do it. But you have to be patient, you have to be diligent, you have to continue to do it. You can just look into the mirror when there's nobody around in the beginning, and just look at yourself in the eyes, and say, if you have the guts, say out loud, I love you. Or just say it in your mind, but just repeat it over and over again until wherever you are, there is a glass, a window, a mirror, whatever, you look in there and you go like, I love you. I really, really love you. Because you know what? That creates an emotion, a vibration within yourself that wards off all sorts of diseases. It's usually, if you don't love yourself, you don't really treat others with love, the genuine love either. So what can you do? Change your thinking. Yeah, I know. You've heard it 50 million times before, but you know what? It is the way it is. Change your thinking, especially how you think about yourself. Love yourself, accept yourself. Not easy, could be a year-long process. You might need a therapist for that. That's okay. You can do that. Allow the feeling of love in your heart, because when you allow the feeling of love in your heart, you're able to give it to others. You treat others with love as well. And that, again, as I said, that wards off any kind of disease, because you're vibrating at a higher level. And that's what exactly is needed, is required in your body, to not have a dis-ease, a disharmony within yourself. Disharmony, dis-ease. You are the reason that you have disharmony and dis-ease in your body. You can say, like, what happened in my childhood, there is nothing I can do about it. No, but you can now. You can now. You can follow my suggestion and start to love yourself by looking in the mirror, shining obvious, and say, like, I love you. And if that is too hard, and if it's really breaking you up, go find a therapist. Get over it. Because the older you get, it's there, it's not gone, and you can get rid of it. So, wait, what am I thinking? Watch your words, change your thinking about yourself and the other people, and love yourself. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Tomorrow I'll continue part 2. Bye.